Are you stressed out right now? Most people are a lot stressed out right now.
I know it's the media,
Everything.
it's the holidays for us right now,
Yes.
which may not be where you're at, but there's so much coming at us.
It's true. So we decided to give you 3 stress busting things you can do right now. We're going to ask you to do it for a week, but the minute you start, you're going to feel the effects.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have put the link below for these things we're going to review with you and show you how to do today or talk to you about. So be sure to jump down there and get that link and download.
Yeah, just a simple PDF, and you can start right away. Or you can start with us right now, which would be great.
Let's do it.
So push pause and take a deep breath, and then come right back. All right, so we're going over 3 things today. So we're going to talk about finding a distraction, which sounds simple, but it's harder to do sometimes than you think. Or be thankful, which is something I do all day, every day. It becomes just part of your everyday existence, and it really makes a difference. I don't know. It took me a long time to really get in a pattern of doing it all the time. How do you do it?
I do it most of the time. It's how you look at things, and that changes that perspective.
Absolutely.
But every once in a while, you've taken me in a couple circles to get me back on track.
It's good. It's good to have somebody to help take you in circles. She does the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one is a super, super cool breathing exercise. And I know everybody says just breathe. This one you're going to love. Mm-hmm. So, first one. Number 1.
First one
is find a distraction. So why would we need to find a distraction? Really quickly.
Because we need to get away from where we're at in our minds right at that moment. So distracting yourself takes you kind of out of your funk.
Having a super rough day, something happens, and it's the 10th time that person's done that, or this has happened, or whatever, and you're just spinning, and you can't let it go, and it's kind of making your eyebrows do this, and you need to take a minute. And distract yourself. Now, we're going to request 5 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes, and I'm talking about super, super simple things. Play a game on your phone. Go crush some candy or whatever it is that you like to do on your phone. Watch a ridiculous video on YouTube, right? Watch something funny or entertaining. Sometimes you watch those cat videos.
It's too funny.
Yes, exactly. Some of these new memes on TikTok are the same way. It's so funny. So there's something you can do. Or read an intriguing book, something that makes you feel like you're there. Mm-hmm. Stephen King does that for me. I can't read a lot of his stuff because I try not to get, but the detail that he goes through, you can feel it.
Right. Yeah. So what's something I could do at work if I'm having a stressful time at work and I need to just...
Yes. So that would come with the breathing exercise for later. But with the distraction, take your break and remove yourself from that job. Okay. So take a walk outside. Even if normally you just go to the break room or stay at your desk and just kind of put on Do Not Disturb on your phone, don't.
Change the location,
change the scenery, put something on. If you have some earbuds, put them in and listen to something silly, maybe your favorite song. Music's probably kind of tricky. Okay. So you might want to watch music because it's so triggering. Yeah. Right. Sounds and smells will take us right back to a place. And if we're in an angry place or a sad place, we're going to want to pull up music that emphasizes that. So maybe don't listen to music unless you know it's one song that just brings you back where...
brings you to life.
You need to be. The idea here, folks, is simple. You're just trying to interrupt that constant replay of what's bringing you down. You just need a distraction from it.
Okay.
That's perfect. It. Very simple. Not always simple to do. And don't let your mind tell you that you're being irresponsible or unproductive. That's the key. That's what makes it tricky. Is it goes, I don't have time for this stuff. I got real important things to do. You don't have time not to.
You're too important not to.
Yeah. So the Be Thankful game. Mm-hmm. That's what I do all the time. So the more you're grateful for, the more, you've heard this saying, I'm sure. The more you're grateful for, the more you have to be grateful for.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But fact is, there's stuff all over the place, and this isn't some platitude, gratitude kind of a thing. I'm literally saying be thankful. So what you're doing is saying, you set a timer on your phone. Do it at least 3 times a day. You'll find yourself doing it more. First thing in the morning, what are you grateful for? Mm-hmm. Well, my house is freezing right now in the morning when I wake up, so I'm grateful for my slippers and my big fuzzy socks. So I go, ooh, thank you.
Oh, that feels
saving
good.
me from the floor as I'm kicking the heat on, right? So anything like that. I'm thankful for my car. I go to walk up to it and she's just there and she's ready to take me wherever I need to go. And so there's just a quick mental thank you. Thank you. And set a timer on your phone. Honestly, do it in the morning, do it in the afternoon, and do it at night. And then you'll find spots. And if you just we're talking a fraction of a second to just notice it, say thank you, go about your day. Mm-hmm. You're not sitting down and praising an inanimate object or a situation. It's just a quick thank you.
Do you even find that this has grown? Like, I can see myself at the store, a cashier goes out of her way or his way to be extremely nice, extremely helpful. And as I'm leaving the store, I go, that was such a grateful moment for me.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to you as it builds.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And even little things, like it doesn't have to be somebody, because if we're dependent on someone else to do kindness to us, we probably won't find it. Because if we're surly, people don't do kind things for us.
Sure. But sometimes it's a surprise.
Absolutely.
That warms my heart. Or an animal. You know, animal-based ones. And
yes. Or
but you're saying other things, not necessarily breathing, living.
Little things in your life. So I really enjoy it when I get some coffee net. Okay.
Oh, really?
Maybe a little unreasonable, and I drink it all the time. So if I happen to get my favorite coffee stand and I get just the right amount of creamer in there and it's perfection, I just go, see. That is amazing. My car seat has just warmed up my butt, and I have the perfect cup of coffee. Thank you. And then I drive and do what I got to do. I'm just like, just a split second of this is I love
heaven.
this. Yes,
I'm so happy.
Moving forward. So we got to catch those moments, because we have no problem catching the bad ones. They catch us. But when we're seeking out things to be grateful for. So when your timer goes off, say, find something around you. Thank you. I'm glad that I have a sweater on today, or I would be cold. So I'm like, thank you. It's soft and a quick thank you. We're not talking about, I'm not building an altar to the sweater. We're not talking some big thing. It's a quick half a second thank you, move forward.
Got it.
And it will make a tremendous difference.
Okay.
Yeah. But right now, since you're starting today, maybe make a little list. What else can I be grateful for right now? Just thankful for. And who are you thanking? Who cares?
Just thanking the universe.
Yeah,
just thanking.
It doesn't even matter, because you're the one that benefits from feeling the gratitude. So it really doesn't matter. We don't need to get the big existential
I'm just thankful for, period.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And the breathing one. Ooh. So this one is fun. There are lots of breathing techniques, I'm sure. I'm always reminded of Smokey the Bandit, too, when he had that little thing on him because he was stressed out. Do you remember that? You never saw it?
I'm sure I did.
Oh my God. And every time he got stressed out, it beeped and he went, Om. Oh, he was great. Buford T. Justice. Anyway, so we're not talking about Om or counting to 10 instead of killing somebody. But this breathing technique really helps, because you will notice, or maybe you will now, I want you to try a little exercise. So when our body and our posture and our physiology is depressed, then our emotions and stuff don't have a chance. Like our mind has a hard time coming out of that stressful state, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And so a good way to prove this to yourself and to try it is to try to walk across the room. We're not going to get up because anyone see us anymore, which you might enjoy. I don't know. But we're not going to do it for you. But try to stand up, slump your shoulders, kind of lower your head, and you kind of, your lower back kind of goes down as well, and you kind of slowly shuffle across the floor. And you see how that feels. And then stand up, put your head back, put your chin up, and take a long stride, and you're looking and smile and walk across the floor. And don't just listen to it, try it. It's crazy how you physically feel differently.
It's impossible to.
It is. You can't deny the change. And a good way to reinforce that is to integrate the breathing exercise right in it. See who did that? So
I did. Integrated it right in that.
There's always two, because our minds are very powerful, and if we are stuck on a problem, or we're convinced and we're in victimhood or whatever, it's you tell it to do one thing, it's going, yeah, right, you don't know who you're dealing with. So two actually forces you to focus.
Nice.
It's like learning how to walk or learning how to ride a bike. If you don't focus, you're going to end up on your face. So when you have to do two things, you have to give it more focus, and your mind's not able to torture you as much. So that's my little reasoning for throwing in two. So while you're standing up straight, say you go to the grocery store. I choose a grocery store because there's so much space. You're
Okay.
walking so much. So it's a good place to start, or any kind of big, large area.
Got it.
And you're inconspicuous. Nobody cares what you're doing. You're walking. So you're walking along. You're going to do the 4x4 breathing.
Okay.
So get in the store. I don't care how you feel. Stand up straight. Get in there. Yes. And you're going to breathe in through your nose to the count of 4. And you're going to breathe out through your mouth to the count of 4. And the way you're going to track this is by just 4 fingers. Because you can do it in your pocket. You can do it whatever. So it's breathe in. Count of 4. And then breathe out through your mouth.
Oh.
The whole time you're at the store.
Oh, the whole time.
The whole time. So you
Well,
go
I'm
over
gonna
there,
do
and
very
if
well.
I have to pick up coffee creamer,
Of course you do.
I'll walk right to the dairy. I know what I'm in there for, so I know where the dairy case is. I don't need to look at everything and stop on the way. I need to get what I'm going there for. So I go there, and then I'll stop, pick it up as I start walking again. And the reason, what happens is your steps start to coincide with
my
your
breathing.
with your breathing. So now you're walking at a quicker pace.
And with purpose.
With purpose, you're going right where you need to go. You're focusing on, because I was like, first time I tried it, I'll be honest with you, I was in my head, like you couldn't believe it. And I was like, I don't know. And I was angry at myself for letting myself get in my head because I know better. And so, which perpetuates, right?
Right?
It's funny how your mind does that, you know.
Mhm.
Anyway, so I was determined, and I could not keep my rhythm or my breathing. And then I kept breathing just through my nose. I'm like, no, it's nose and mouth. And it took me the whole store trip
Did some laps
to
that day.
figure it out.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, this is just too hard. I can't apparently rub my belly and pat my head at the same time, or chew gum and ride a bicycle. But now it's commonplace. And so
Got it.
do not stop. if
Keep
it's
doing
hard.
it until
Yes.
you get this.
Yes. And don't beat up on yourself, because then you're just getting in your head and feeding
Mhm.
into that even more. So,
Okay.
but so you'll notice your posture changes, and you'll find when you leave the store, you're ready to go do the next thing, and you haven't been thinking about whatever that is. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about thinking if you're problem solving something, but you pick it up, you look at it, you focus on it, you do what you can, you set it down, you go about your day.
Mhm.
That's not what happens, right? We just
Ruminate on it.
ruminate. Yes.
So this is helping your mind find a little peace in between the times where
Yes.
it really needs to ruminate.
It needs the rest.
Mhm.
Imagine you're trying to run a marathon all
Sure.
the time. You need to stop and sleep.
Mhm.
Give your brain a break. Give your mind a break, so then it can do what it's designed to do, which is help you, not torture you.
It gives your soul a break.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So good. So these 3 and more, actually, because as you know, we say 3 and then we add more extras and call it a bonus and whatever we do, because that's what we do. But there's a lot of good value on the PDF below, so you can get these tips and a few more. Feel free to print those out, try them today, and let us know which one benefited you the most, and which one you liked, and which one you just go, it's just not working for me. And then maybe we can help in some way, or give you an alternative, something that's more in line.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Reach out to us directly.
Yeah, I think these are pretty universal, but you know.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to try
I
today?
think I'm going to try them all.
Oh, I like
Ooh,
it.
Yeah. And then I'll know which one, because I've done the breathing before.
Yes.
And I think the Be Thankful, I have never set the timer. So I need
Yeah.
to set that timer so I can, I'm a thankful person by nature, but
So that one
specifically,
matters.
I would like to see how much I really do think I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, I think, real quick, and I know we're going to let you go in just a second, but is to not wait for something to show up to be thankful for.
Mhm.
Instead, we're finding something.
Thinking.
It's our job to find something, not for something to show up for us.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad you joined us today. Again, get that PDF and get going. Join us.
Yes.
And this is Tara and Roxanne. We're here to help you calm your mind so you can enjoy your life. Thank you.
Bye.